Okay, this is day 41. This is part 2, and this is a Club K container, and it is good for firing missiles. These stand-up missiles here can just be lifted and hoisted and then fired. And this is the company that deals with Gulftainer. This is the Russian company. A Russian company makes this Club K missile system that goes in a normal container, and it is a joint venture. I did not realize this until this morning, but Dick Morris had an alert out where he said Club K was a part of this deal. I said it would be arms in one direction, and I said it would be drugs coming in the other. Drugs coming in to different ports. The arms are going to be going out other ports. I think the arms are actually going to be going out Port Canaveral and Port of Tampa. But here is the arms piece of the deal. If you're let's say you're a Nigerian minister, security minister, or whatever, defense minister, you just put these all around your port, and they're hidden in plain sight, and you're ready to go at any time. Civil insurrection or whatever. And if you are in power in a Middle Eastern country where there's a population that may become restless at any point, Yemen or wherever, this is an easy way, if you're a General Grange or someone like that, to get arms there for a cruise missile capability in containers hidden within hundreds of other containers. And I'll just play the animation here so that you can see the Club K system. Now, Bill Clinton got $5 million when this Gulftainer deal was done, and the Gulftainer deal was negotiated by not only Jack Lew, but also by Rahm Emanuel. So all these are sort of all the things needed for an invasion, like a zero footprint in Libya or a timber sycamore command centers, a timber sycamore in Syria or a timber Tupelo in Turkey. So I think you get the idea that this is, if you were organizing an ISIS support mechanism for ships, trains, trucks. Of course, Oteba owns a trucking line, but let's not forget that. Our UAE ambassador. This is the kind of animation I want to do for the Awans going into the Rayburn office building. So I'm going to just leave it right there for right now and then go to some comments. Speaking of the Awans, and the comment, I always like the most challenging comments because they're the ones that really stimulate critical thinking. There's a comment about special toner that I want to get back to. But here's a good comment. George, what you're saying is the article, they stole a computer system to create an alternate software platform. If you don't remember the article, it was the New York Times talking about this DHS hack of the Inspector General. And it turns out that, the employees are trying to create a new system for the Inspector General. Wouldn't that be great if you had all different 30 Inspector Generals on your system with a Palantir Promise backdoor? Wouldn't that be great if that was written by the Awans? So again, it just points more to the Iwans to me, this comment. But he's saying, well, if they just picked up government equipment, how can you be so sure? Um, there was no charges filed. It seems like a slap on the wrist. It doesn't really seem that big of a deal. Andre just gave some Blackberries over to a government agency. It came out to his rented home, a few phone calls. How is that such a big deal? Well, that's not. 3 different intelligence agencies came out. NCIS came out to Andre Taggart's home. Also, the FBI came out multiple times, as well as finally it was relegated to the Capitol Police after an investigation. I think you're also going to find that Department of Homeland Security is involved. It just was suppressed. We don't know that yet. What we really do need to know is, what is the name of the system? What is the name of the system that was hacked? I think it's going to be the same system that Teresa Grafenstein uses. I'm going to, of course, ask that in interrogatories. What is the type of system do you use? And I'm going to also, in my DHS lawsuit, ask, what type of system do you use? That's not proprietary information. We should know that. We should know who contracted. Was it Brilliant that wrote that system? We don't know. The case management system. But that's a real key question. So this is the type of thing where you get a challenging question, which is great, causes more critical thinking, and causes you to dive deeper, which I love. The next one is about the toner. People saying the special toner. What Taggart mentioned was special toner, and then Bygone mentions here, here's the policy for toner cartridges with memory chips. Now, what I had said about the special toner is there is a way with this ultraviolet printing that you can print hidden, or for confidential eyes only type of print on a regular page. So most of the page regular people can see, but then there's signatures and so forth, the things would normally be redacted that you can bring out with this ultraviolet paper. So that's why I said the special toner was used, and you saw me produce a package of that ultraviolet and I'm not sure what that is, but Bygone mentions an interesting thing about the toner cartridges maybe having memory chips, which means that they could be loading these pages that are being printed, and then you could just hack the toner. You could just see what people are printing. That's just the simplest hack of all time, and then just basically send the printed pages if they were about the 1-2-3 agreement, for instance. Usually people print things out before they go to the committee meetings. They print it out before the committee meeting. They think it's being printed securely, but it's being memorized to a printer. Now, if you were really clever about this, you would delete lunch menus and things like that were being printed, and just store on those printed pages just the 1-2-3 type documents. Again, if I hadn't seen Raj Fernando on the International Security Advisory Board, if I hadn't seen Rahm Emanuel being involved so closely with the Gulftainer deal and all the UAE deals, and so closely involved in Imran's case, the memory, the Russian missiles going one way, the Halal going the other way, the Hawala going the other way, it wouldn't be such a concern to me. But because you have all those things, now this type of thing becomes a very significant risk. And Bygone brings up a great point here, that actually is something that I don't know the answer to. We need to find out.